What would the ideal education system look like for African children? That is the question that we have been exploring in our community. So just to give you a bit of a backdrop, we are a think tank dedicated to reforming education for African children, whether they are on the continent or in the diaspora. And what we do is each month we explore a specific theme. And as we started last month, we are focusing on the ideal education system for our children. And then all of our work is then built on building the education system and advocating for it. So on the screen now, you can see the themes that came up in our discussions and within our community, across our social media, the DMs that we received, everything. We've analysed all of that information and broken it down into these 4 themes. So the first thing is there is a recognition for the need to transform the actual education system, decolonizing the education system, supporting children to nurture their innate and inner intelligence, and to teach children how to think, not what to think. The other theme that has been identified is the need to cultivate identity and built on our ancestral wisdom. So rather than, focusing on this colonial identity that kind of governs our education system, actually developing an education system that values African identity, focused on, our pre-colonial senses of identity and what our identity should be moving forward. We also identified that children need to have basic life skills, they need financial literacy, they need emotional intelligence, and they need strong sense of ethics and values. And these are really important things that we want to be rooted in African identity and ancestral wisdom. Finally, the 4th thing is the role of the educator and the parent. Parents and educators need to work together to create a system of education and a system of care that supports children's development. That needs to be rooted in play and creativity. And that's important, especially in the age of AI, when the skills that are going to be needed to thrive in the future are those human skills: emotional intelligence, the ability to be present, the ability to think and to be creative. And of course, vocational skills that are needed to just build the continent more generally. Fundamentally, and in conclusion, our education system needs to develop children holistically, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, etc. So let me know, is there anything else that you would add, take away, or expand on? Let me know your thoughts.